Hey, this is Cougar with your Trendwire Emmy recap from last night's biggest fashion trends at the primetime Emmys for 2012. Now I'm going to quickly run through some of my favorite dresses from last night. Forgive me, I've got to look at my computer here and kind of scroll through some of these because it's impossible to remember them all. There were so many great looks from last night. Don't you feel like everybody, and I want some definite comments in the comment section below, but I mean, I felt like almost everybody looked incredibly classy last night. Not a lot of big ball gowns, but just a lot of beautiful dresses. And you got to remember, here in Los Angeles, it was about 100 degrees last night, so I feel like everybody, really did well considering the heat. The first dress on my list was Jennifer Goodwin wearing an orange Monique Lillier dress. It was embroidered from head to toe, and it was actually Pantone's color of the year, Tangerine Tango. She looked absolutely stunning. My favorite dress, actually my favorite actress from last night in what she was wearing, was January Jones. Now, January Jones is a super hottie in my eyes. She was wearing a black, very sheer Zac Posen dress that had a lot of visual interest to it, and she paired it with some great black pumps and slicked her hair back. I thought she looked fabulous. I would have loved to have been her arm candy, or I guess she would have been my arm candy last night. Of course, the big newsmaker as far as fashion goes was Sofia Vergara. She always catches a lot of attention for whatever she's wearing. I mean, of course, because of the assets that she's toting along, seem to be everybody's talk. But she was wearing a mermaid-inspired Zohair Murad dress, evening gown. And it was just like sequins, glitter from head to toe. She looked incredible. And that kind of brings up New York Fashion Week. We've been talking about New York Fashion Week and some of the trends we saw there. You can immediately see that on the red carpet from last night at the Emmys with the mermaid-style dress that Sofia Vergara was wearing, the colors of yellow that were really prominent. Claire Danes was wearing a Lanvin dress, and I love Claire Danes. Man, I remember her from when I was a kid in My So-Called Life, and now she's really come up with Homeland. And so anyways, yellow was really prominent on the runway, on the red carpet. And we saw her in Lanvin. We saw Julianne Moore wearing a Rafe Simmons by Dior yellow dress. I didn't like that one at all. It covered her up a lot, way too much. But there were probably 5 or 6 incredible yellow gowns last night. Some of the others we'll just quickly go through. Now, Lena Dunham, did you guys see her, from Girls? She was wearing this Prada piece, an overlay gown that was, in my eyes, absolutely hideous for her figure. She looked super bored wearing it, and that was one of the biggest, I think, fashion fails from last night. On the other hand, one of the biggest fashion wins, Hayden Panettiere, was looking incredible in her Marquesa dress that was like the gold, really shimmery gold with the blue tulle, draped over it. Let's see here. And Heidi Klum. Of course, Heidi Klum trying to make a statement. I don't know if she's single or not or what's going on with her love life and that, the bodyguard guy. But she looked pretty good last night. She was showing a lot of leg. She definitely had that kind of Greek goddess dress thing going on. So those were some of the biggest dresses from the Emmys last night. You can actually find a full recap and images of all these dresses on trendwire.com/fashion. I think, in my eyes, the biggest winner last night, just because she's a favorite of mine and she just keeps getting better with every award show that we see her at, was Tina Fey. Tina Fey was wearing a plum dress. She's worn plum. That color just seems to be her color. She's worn it many times. It was a Vivienne Westwood dress, and she is just on the come up. Every time I see her out in public at one of these award shows, she just looks better and better and better. So props to Tina Fey. Again, find all these dresses and images on trendwire.com/fashion. Follow us at Just Now Trending on Twitter, and you can follow me for more commentary at Cougar Tweets on Twitter. Great primetime Emmy show. Can't wait till next year, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.